Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. This is Ninth Legion. Let's play some more Xenonauts Community Edition. We are returning from our landing ship ground mission, so our dropship is heading back to base. And let's recap on where are we at the moment? What are we actually doing? It's been a while. We've had a couple of episodes without landing ship, and suddenly I've forgotten everything. So, okay, we've got the Quantum Cryptology Center building in 7 days. Our Indochina base is currently doing not much of anything apart from just being an awesome base and shooting down lots of UFOs for us. That's fine. And we are 4 days out from getting North America online. And then we can actually start building stuff. Money is definitely going to be a problem though. If we look at our funds, $957,000, that's going to go down really quick when I have to start spending stuff on hangars and storage and radar arrays. You know, yeah, that's going to get expensive. Maybe we get some more base assaults and can make some money that way. I mean, that landing ship did get us almost $100,000, so, you know, that's almost over a third of a hangar. Need just, 6 more of those and I can pay for that base. Currently, our research is working on the Scimitar tank, an upgraded ground vehicle for us, and they're also working on heavy plasma weapons. Now, I'm not sure we're going to try and focus on next. I do want to get that Scimitar tank done, and that progress is excellent, so that should finish pretty soon. Heavy plasma weapons will be a nice upgrade, allow us to build a few more things, but also automatically upgrade our aircraft weapons from laser cannons to plasma cannons. However, we did just get the ability to research alien armor plating. And new protective equipment would be really nice, because that means people dying less, and I like it when my people die less. Obviously, we did lose someone in the last mission, so we might need to see about hiring someone new. Unfortunately, I don't know how quickly this is going to be. Oh, actually, you're not bad. Corporal Carol Williams. I don't know how often this refreshes, but actually that's pretty damn good. Accuracy and reflexes aren't great, but you would probably make a pretty good assault. You know, get you up close and personal with a laser carbine and just have at 'em. Actually, I'm just going to hire you straight up, because we did lose a person, so we are down to 19 soldiers. We're trying to work our way up to about 25, 30 soldiers, so we can have one in Europe and one in North America. Europe can pretty much cover all of Indochina with the Shrike. But North America might be a bit of a push. We might want to do 2 missions in 1 day kind of thing. So, we'll see. Now, as for construction purposes, we are currently building more plasma rifles. And we've actually got 4 hours until our second one is done. That will give us a total of 3. After that, I mean, I wouldn't mind building some more, but man, these are expensive. A precision plasma, so the sniper version of the plasma rifle, is $90,000. That is more than we made on the entirety of that last mission. It takes 80 man-days to make. We've got plenty of alien alloys to actually make this stuff. Plasma carbine, 60,000. Plasma pistols. I mean, getting some pistols and carbines wouldn't hurt. That would make our assaults and shields, better. But I would like to upgrade the laser snipers as well. And we just need more plasma rifles in general, and they're still 60,000. Man, money is going to be a problem. But okay, let's get people back to base. And we'll have to see what we face. So we have just finished all of our plasma rifles. So I kind of need to make that decision right now, I guess. Get me a plasma pistol, because that would be pretty useful, and it's also the cheapest and probably the quickest. Yeah. So we can get that knocked out. We've now got 3 plasma rifles, which is good. We'll wait to see what personnel arrive, because we do have a bunch of people arriving soon. And also see when we're going to next have a mission to go on. So, UFO 71 detected over the Atlantic, a medium size with no escort. We should have all our planes ready, so let's get a Corsair and a Foxtrot on that. This might be the start of another wave of alien attacks. Or it could be the tail end of the last bunch of attacks. You're heading away, but you're inside our own... Luckily, you went outside our radar range, but our aircraft radar range was still able to pick you up. We're down. We've only got a little bit of combat fuel left. There's no point waiting for this thing to come over land, so we'll just auto-resolve this and shoot it down. Luckily, it didn't even get to do any missions. Ooh, God, that hurt. Okay, damn. Sometimes we do really well against those things, but sometimes we do really get injured by those. We almost lost a Foxtrot there. That actually really hurt. Okay, that's going to take days to repair. Damn. Okay. That was not good. There's something down here doing stuff, but that's so far away. However, we have finished our research on the Scimitar support tank. Man, that thing looks pretty damn cool. So, we have finished work on the VH-2 Scimitar, a remotely piloted battlefield vehicle designed to provide close support to our strike teams. It is slower than the Hunter Scout car, but much more capable combatant. It is considerably tougher than its predecessor and armed with a powerful integrated pulse laser, which can be upgraded in future if we develop better weapons, like a plasma cannon. The chassis of the Scimitar is squat but sturdy, giving the vehicle a low profile and providing ample space for the vehicle's power plant, the ER-4 Elenium Impulsion Reactor, a downscaled version of the Corsair's ER-3 reactor. The turret weapon draws power directly from the reactor, eliminating the need for any ammunition storage areas in the turret. Instead, okay, so basically it can see pretty far. Okay, it actually reads pretty well. So it's more durable, and it gets a better gun, I think. Because if the weapon is drawing power directly from the power plant, is it limited on the amount of ammunition, or does it have unlimited ammunition? We'll have to see. So it's got 100 hit points, which I think the Hunter had. Yeah, the Hunter had 100 hit points as well. But the armor is all round better. Actually, 20 points of armor from kinetic and energy. Still only 40 from incendiary. 100 from chemical. It doesn't care about chemical attacks at all, quite obviously. It is twice as expensive. And 3 times as much maintenance. But still only takes up 2 spaces on a dropship, so that might be pretty useful. It does have more time units as well, which is quite nice. Okay, how much does one of those cost, I wonder? Well, actually, we know how much it costs, so how long will it take to build? So, do we want to focus on plasma weapons? That would be a really nice upgrade for our Corsairs and our Condors, replacing those laser cannons. But I do really want that armor plating. I think we finish off the research we've got, and then I put all 30 onto the armor plating. That'll get it done faster. I know it's diminishing returns for having more scientists on one project, but I just want plasma weapons done, and then I want to get the armor plating done. I'm not sure if we need plasma cannons or not. I'm assuming heavy plasma weapons will get us what I'm looking for. Interesting. Okay, let's take a look at construction and vehicles and a Scimitar Scout tank. 80 man days, 120,000. Okay. Wait, the unit cost is off from the Xenopedia. I could have sworn that said... Okay, the purchase costs there are wrong. That's good to know. So, it's actually more expensive than I thought. 120,000. That's about the same price. Yeah. It's not that bad. I mean, it's cheaper. I don't know what guns we can put on it, and I don't know how many shots they have. But I wouldn't mind having one of those on standby. We do have a garage we've already built, and we do have... You know, they are useful to have around. We've already got the garage space. It's useful if we get into some kind of wound spiral where people are dying left, right and centre, and we don't have enough people to go on missions, so... I mean, the last one we had did soak up a decent amount of attacks for us during that terror mission. It took a lot of shots that otherwise could have hit us. So, I was quite happy we had that thing to hand. Okay, yeah, okay, we've got the plasma pistol. Let's get a plasma carbine as well. Upgrade our shields and assaults. They often work together in tandem, so it'd be nice if they both had the current generation of weapons. Corsair 4 is operational, Foxtrot 2 is operational, and we have a Reef autopsy. So, a Reef stands roughly 180 centimeters tall and is probably the most exotic of the extraterrestrials encountered to date. Only vaguely humanoid, it has triple-jointed legs and a bulbous head with glowing, fleshy protrusions on each side. Disturbingly, they reported to possess the ability to teleport around the battlefield, allegedly even through solid objects. Now, this is the most important part about Reefs. They can teleport. If they can just teleport. They just blink from one place to another. And we actually heard them doing this during the landing ship mission. We never actually saw them do it though. So these things can be very mobile, and you can think you're safe inside a room or with solid cover behind you that they can't get through, and then bloop, these things can be there. So you've got to watch out for them. They're pretty nasty. Other than that, I don't know if they're meant to be really tough. Yeah, they're closely matched with humans in terms of strength and resilience. It felt like some of the Wraiths we were fighting did take a lot of damage to go down, which I wasn't expecting. I thought they were a bit weaker than that. But okay. We'll have to see if we encounter more of those. We probably will. I mean, let's be honest. We're going to see a bunch more of those. Xenonauts, a base assault mission. I've squeezed intel out of an old friend in the armed forces about a ground assault on a deep nuclear launch facility. A covert group of ETs were able to access the base despite most of it being half a mile underground, and beat the hell out of base security. It was only by deliberately collapsing the residential wing that the base commander saved anything. That worries me. If the ETs are doing it to the sponsors, sooner or later they'll do it to us. The consequences of ETs successfully attacking one of our bases is the loss of all operational assets in the base, and the particular area covered by the base will be undefended until we can construct a new one, which will be very expensive. Even if we drive them off, the ETs can cause lasting damage by wrecking hangars, destroying labs, and demolishing workshops. Don't sit about and wait for the ETs, Commander. Go and meet them in force. Without a way of intercepting and decoding alien communications, it will be hard to tell if a UFO is going to mount an attack on our base, or if they're intending to attack a city. Look for escorted medium-class signals and above. They aren't going to make it obvious that they're going for us, but sooner or later they will have to head directly to our base. The bases most likely to be attacked will be the ones they have the most operational data on, i.e. the oldest. It would probably be a good idea to station a garrison or erect defences at the bases most at risk. Now, this is something we've been aware of for a while. They can attack our bases. This is probably fair warning that they might start to. Obviously, Europe is our oldest base, but Indochina is also fairly old, and we have no defences there. So we are purely relying on Indochina shooting down incoming craft. We could start building, where are they, laser batteries, which are defensive turrets aimed to shoot down incoming craft. I believe laser batteries work to reduce the amount of incoming attackers, and I believe they might even be able to reduce it to 0. But any amount of attackers, like the attacking strength total, minus whatever laser battery damage done, is what you get attacked by. So we'd probably have to build a fair number of them at this base to entirely defeat a possible attacking force. We probably are better off relying on our interceptors and just making sure we prioritise any medium escorted craft that appear to be heading towards the base. But we could see about building some living quarters here for 50,000 of that money, which I have not very much of, and trying to see if we can use that to defend ourselves. I need to think about that. If we can beat off the attacks with our aircraft, I'd rather not spend the money right now. And also, they are more likely to go for Europe. I mean, you know, that is the oldest base. They will probably go for Europe over Indochina. North America will be perfectly safe for a long time, I imagine. But we'll have to see. We can't just afford to spend all our money on laser cannons. As cool as that sounds, we probably just can't afford that. Landing ship UFO. The landing ship is a medium-sized alien craft with an unusually large crew. Though bulkier and more powerful than the Corvette, the saucer ship craft is primarily a transport vessel. Saucer is split into a bridge on the upper level and a cargo hold on the level below, comfortably large enough to accommodate a terror squad, or even the equipment we believe will be required to establish a permanent alien facility on the surface of our planet. These two rooms are joined by a pair of teleportation devices that instantaneously transport any unit that steps onto one of the platforms over to the other. Despite studying them extensively, we still have no idea how these devices function. So, we've already shot down a bunch of these, and we've even done a ground mission against one. That we might have stopped a terror attack previously. That last one, with that Androns, with an elite Andron, warriors, soldiers, that was the composition I would expect for a terror mission. So, we might have actually saved ourselves a lot more trouble by taking that down and killing off some of the crew. We still had a fair fight capturing that thing, though. And it's been very quiet for the last couple of days. No activity at all since that landing ship went down. Now, I believe Plasma Carbine is finished. Okay, go to base. What do we want to work on next? We could start working on that vehicle. Or do we try and get another Plasma Rifle out before we work on that? I'm going to go for one more Plasma Rifle. And then I think we'll work on the vehicle, on the new vehicle. We have our soldiers. How are we actually doing on soldiers? I haven't checked for a while. Who's currently wounded? You're wounded. You're wounded. You're wounded. You're well enough to go on missions, and you are probably only a couple of days out from actually getting fully healed up, which is nice. And we do have 11 people ready to go. We'll probably change the loadouts when we know what the next mission is going to be. For the time being, I think we're probably okay. It's very quiet, though. I'm expecting a huge... Okay, Condor 4 has been fully repaired. That's good. We did need this, because, yeah, Corsair 4 and Foxtrot have been fully repaired, and our new base in North America is now online. And this is where all my money starts to go. So, we're going to need a radar array, straight up. We're going to need at least 2 hangars if we're going to run any interceptions out of here. And a quantum cryptology center would be really nice. But we're already down to $500,000 in funds. We're only on the 11th of January. I think right now, that's about all I can afford. Because we might actually, rather than building ourselves that ground vehicle I want, we might actually start building another Foxtrot and some Corsairs to go here. So I think that's all I'm going to build for now. It's just to try and stop North America leaving. We are already at bad relations, so we do need that base online sooner rather than later. And that's going to take a while to build. So the radar will be online in 10 days, 5 days until those hangars are built. Once those hangars are built, we'll either transfer aircraft from Europe or Indochina and then build new ones. Probably from Europe, because we build at Europe. So if we move one of the Corsairs and a Foxtrot over to North America and then build replacements there, might be the way of handling that. I could turn North America into a production facility or into a research facility, but we just don't have the money for that right now. And we're not going to have that money for a while. So, what do we want to do first? We could actually start building a new plane right now. We could sell off our last Condor in Europe. If we get rid of that plane, that gives me a spare hangar. And then I can start building another Corsair before we have to transfer one over, so we won't actually be down an aircraft for a while. We'll be down a Condor, but the Corsairs are better anyway. And our plasma weapon research is excellent, so we should be able to start on armor plating soon. So I think we're going to do that. Let's get rid of that Condor. Condor 2 has served us long and faithfully, and I think been shot down at least once. But it's time for you to go. The only problem is we're going to lose the missiles. Corsairs don't have missiles. They have to get up close and personal to do their job, but they are very good at it. Yeah, let's get rid of you. And yeah, let's build another Corsair Interceptor. 300,000. Oh god. We can barely afford that. Can we afford that? I think we've got to afford it, because otherwise we're going to be in trouble if I don't actually have any planes in North America. But money is going to be a problem. Now, let's be honest. Oh, we have another UFO. Cool. Let's be honest. This campaign has gone fairly well so far, but this is a difficult game. I am fully expecting this campaign to not be successful. We need to be prepared as viewers and as players that this campaign might end in failure. I'm going to do my best to avoid that, but I'm learning a lot from this playthrough, especially from all the comments people are giving me. More than I've probably learned playing this game in the past. And I've never actually finished this game in the past. So, you know, let's be prepared that things might go a bit wrong. We do have a UFO over Indochina. Let's try and deal with you. I think we'll go for a Corsair Foxtrot combo. And hopefully it's not a landing ship, because that might hurt if it is. We have a small UFO over Europe. You're going to get a Corsair up the bum if we're lucky. A medium over Europe. Okay, unescorted, so let's send out another Corsair and a Foxtrot. Yeah, we've got another full wave of attackers coming on here. Probably not going to be just those three. Yep. Very small. Okay, that's probably an interceptor. Or maybe a light scout. When is that damn Cryptology Center coming along? 2 days. That'll start telling me what these actually are. Okay, are you going to try and intercept one of my squadrons? This is where the Condor came in very handy for this kind of thing. I could send the last Corsair from Indochina. It is in range, but it's going to take 3 hours to get here, so I think this is probably going to be all over when this is done. And I've only got a Foxtrot left. Foxtrot with torpedoes versus that. If it's a light scout or an interceptor or a heavy fighter, it can probably dodge. So the Foxtrot would be a very bad choice to send against that. The only alternative would be to maybe ignore that. I mean, if that's a scout, we could actually send the Foxtrot against the scout. Okay, this is going to be a bit of a gamble. I'm going to deploy the Foxtrot against that in the hope that it's a scout. I'm going to redirect this Corsair against that. Okay, Europe is now fully deployed. We are fully engaged. We have no resources left for this. Alright, come at me, bros. Ooh, okay, yep, we have met our first heavy fighter. This is a true air superiority combat engagement here. Now, it is telling me we have a 100% chance of victory here if we auto-resolve with a Corsair versus a heavy fighter. I think we're going to take some damage, but it says 100% victory, so I'm going to trust it on that. Wow. Ooh, actually, yeah. Corsair 3 got away, only used half its ammo and 100% health, and it's still got 93% of its fuel. Damn, okay. I thought heavy fighters were worse than that. Maybe we got really lucky on the engagement, but yeah. Anyway, I'll take it. We have a landing ship over Europe. Now, we are very close to our base, so we could actually tail you until overland. Corsair 4 and Foxtrot 2 are going to have to engage this thing, which means they're probably going to take damage again, but we should be... That should be okay. So tail until overland. Don't know what we're fighting down here, and that might be something else. Okay, engage, auto-resolve. Took some damage, that's fine. But we've got another landing ship crashed in Europe, and I think now's the time to go on a ground mission. So the Terminator is coming in. We need to launch this mission straight away. So, who are we going to send on this mission? Everyone currently assigned has fully healed up, which is quite nice. We need to replace the person we lost, though, so let's have a look at our corporal, actually our privates, our brand new people we've just hired. We did lose our assault. No, we lost our shield. So we probably want a new shield. And actually, Carol Williams, you are the newest person we hired, but I really like your stats. Like, the accuracy and reflexes aren't great, but everything else is really nice. And I think you would make a pretty damn good assault. And I can give you a brand new shiny laser pistol. You can use shield or laser pistol. Shield or assault is what I'm trying to say. I'm getting my words very wrong. We do still have our assault. I want to keep leveling up these sergeants and this lieutenant for the time being. So I don't want to take another corporal, especially on a landing mission. I'd rather go on a landing ship. I'd rather go for something smaller. So if we do get a scout down as well, that'd be a great mission to take some corporals on. So I think I'm going to take Corporal Williams, and I'm going to make you our shield. So you've got most of that. You can pretty much carry all of this straight off the bat, which is nice. Get rid of the laser pistol. Grab yourself a plasma pistol, because we're all fancy like that. Lose the grenade. So you've got 2 reloads, you've got medkit, you've got your shield. I like that. I think that's good. Get on board that dropship. Right, now of the people on board the dropship, who needs what? You, Major Zero Slug, I'd rather give my commanders and colonels stuff first. So, sorry Zero Slug, you don't get a plasma rifle just yet. We do have 4 of these ready to go. So actually, maybe you do. In fact, how many riflemen have I got? 4? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's fine. These are a little bit heavier than the laser guns, but it's fine. You get the new plasma carbine. Have fun with that. And with the shield, you're only a little bit over with the shield still, so that's fine. Make sure we've got a spare one of those coming on the mission. Can't do anything for the snipers just yet. Don't have that precision plasma. So you've got one. You've got one. You've got one. Oh, apparently I've built enough that everyone gets a plasma rifle. Perfect. I mean, these things do way more damage. That's what we want, really. So the only people who have plasma are our snipers, who still have precision lasers, and our heavy weapons, which is using the scatter laser. And quite honestly, the scatter laser is still doing damn good work for us, so I'm okay with that. Now, no one has any spare carry capacity by the looks of it. We did get some strength increases last time, but maybe not much. Yeah, I think that's a pretty decent loadout. Let's make sure everyone's in the right position. Okay, I think that'll work. Let's launch this mission right away, and hopefully we get there in daytime. Takes them an hour to get there. There should be more than an hour of daylight left. We've still got Foxtrot 3 going after UFO 73, and Squadron 1 out of Indochina going after UFO 72. So we'll see what we get first. We've got a Corvette over... down here. Yeah, shoot that thing down for me. Return to base, and we're not going to be able to get there anytime soon, so let's just airstrike that now. Make ourselves a quick 35,000. And we've got a scout, so these can't dodge, so Foxtrot should be able to shoot this down pretty quickly, actually. Yep. Those someone pointed out in the comments, I can't remember who it was, but thank you. They pointed out that scouts can't dodge torpedoes. They have no combat roll ability, so Foxtrots can just engage them with a couple of torpedoes, and it will always shoot them down. It does take both torpedoes, though, so the Foxtrot is now completely unarmed. This is the weakness of those craft. They have very powerful weapons, but they've only got 2 of them, and they can be dodged. So let's get you back to base. We might be able to pick up that mission next as well. That would be pretty cool, because we don't often see very many scouts, and we could use that as a bit of a training mission, start leveling up some of our new privates. But first off, we're going to have to land and do this landing ship, so let's engage and see what we've got. Last landing ship was a pretty long mission, so I think we're going to take a quick look at the ground, and then we're probably going to take a break here, and we'll come in at the start of next episode and do the ground mission, because the last one was like 3 episodes, I think, just to get that all done. So, also it was stressful as hell, so let's also factor that in. These are big ships with big maps and a big crew. And we have an alien officer present. Okay. I mean, if it's not an Andron, we might be able to capture them. Hang on, where am I? There we go. Okay, so we've landed in the bottom left-hand corner. Okay, that's not too bad, but everyone is kind of facing the wrong way. That's less than ideal. And most of my combat shields are on the wrong side of the ship, so also less than ideal. Would you mind turning around and just seeing what we got? Okay, we've got a civilian. So it looks like a built-up industrial area. That's not too bad. I kind of like these maps. But I think we are going to take a break here. So, before we do anything stupid, thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed that. Do feel free to leave a like, leave a comment, and subscribe if you did. And hopefully, I'm going to see you later on for the next one of these. Bye.